Welcome to the Ascension News. Oh my God. Hi, Anna. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good. How are you?
I'm excellent. Today we're going to talk about Ayurvedic body types. Amazing information. Get your pen and paper, get some water, get cozy, get your feet on the ground because you're going to learn a lot of amazing stuff today. But before we
So,
start, we're going to do an opening prayer. I'm going to start with the opening prayer. So get centered. You can put your hands on your heart, left if you're a woman, right on top if you're a man, right on your chest, and left on top. Take one deep breath. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Smile at your heart. Take a deep breath. Visualize what you want for your intention. Let's devote this time to being together with the divine light, with the violet flame, with the 144,000 ascending masters, with Jesus, with Saint Germain, with Joseph and Mary, with all of the healing angels. We give thanks to the Supreme Creator, to all that is. As we share this time together with all souls, we claim health, healing, happiness, and freedom during this session. We give thanks to our infinite intelligence, to the I Am Presence, to the Ascension in the Light. I am the Ascension in the Light. I am that. Truth is my name. Blessings, love, and peace. Take a deep breath. Exhale and open your eyes and relax and let's settle in.
I like that. Settle in.
Thank you. Okay, so we got some really great charts that we're going to use. So we're going to do that in the second part. But go ahead, start.
Okay, so I would first want to start off with just explaining what is an Ayurvedic body. I'm sorry. What is an Ayurvedic body type? Tongue twister. Body type. So, in Ayurveda, it's the science of life. It's thought to be the oldest healing modality in the world. Started like 5,000 years ago, and the people who practice Ayurveda believe that each individual is made up of 5 basic elements. It would be fire, water, earth, air, and water. And your body type is a balance between all of those things. And just naturally, everyone leans one way or another in 3 different ways. So these 5 elements are combined in your body and create 3 different life forces, and these are known as your dosha. So the dosha have 3 different names. They are the Vata, the Pitta, and the Kapha dosha. So those 3 doshas tend to fall in 3 different categories of people. You have your light and airy people, you have your more grounded people, and then you have your people who are just naturally like a larger body frame or just a more of like a very grounded type of person. So those 3 different body types are going to be what we talk about today.
Okay, so what are some of the characteristics of each body type? Let's go to Pita first.
Okay, so we usually just naturally as human beings, we have a little bit of each dosha just naturally. So the one that you're going to select that you think is yourself is the one that you're most drawn to and you think that you're the most like. You don't have to fall into every single category to be this dosha. It just has to be the most dominant personality traits that you have to fall into one of these types. So it's okay if you feel like you're a little bit of everything because we can't figure out exactly which dosha is yours. It's okay to have a little bit of each one. So it's basically going to be your pattern of your energy. And let's see. It's going to combine from mental and physical characteristics. So the first one we're going to go with is the Vata. This is predominantly the air element. So it's people who are tall, thin, airy. They might be a little bit nervous energy. They always need to be doing something. They tend to be very creative. They don't really fall into like needing a routine at all because they're always doing something different. So these people can get a lot of things done at the same time, or they are like a little bit flighty. They could have memory problems because they're not very grounded. These people tend to be sharp and quick thinking and creative. They talk fast normally without thinking a lot of the time. They are creative. They might be into writing or poetry because they can always have a lot of thoughts going on in their mind at the same time.
Yeah.
They are typically signs of imbalance can be if they're unfocused or spacey, if they can't get anything done, if they're feeling like really lazy or down, you know that your body's imbalanced.
Mm-hmm.
Coldness. These Vata people tend to get very cold when they're imbalanced, very nervous, might not be able to sleep at night, just a lot of like a ball of nervous energy basically. But when they're in balance, they tend to just be the creative types, the types that can get a lot done, and they can think quickly, talk fast, speak to a lot of people, engage a lot of people. These people should stay away from raw and cold foods. They should eat more foods that are grounding.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
These people should eat more foods that are grounding and warm, soups, cooked vegetables, try and stay away from things like raw fruits and veggies, salads, because they're already very airy and light and flighty. And to be more grounded, they would need to do more warm foods, soups, creamy tasting soups, lighter proteins like fish and eggs, sweet sweet potatoes, and also activities like Pilates, yoga, things that ground you, so that you're not so spacey and airy and skittish. You can just ground yourself a little bit with meditation, Pilates, yoga, very grounding exercises that keep you close to the earth so that you're not so nervous. Oh, and I also put here the nervous system is you need to make sure to take care of your nervous system for these people.
For the Vata. Yes.
Vata. Keep your mental health in check. Stay grounded. Stay focused.
Let's give an example. Gilles is a Vata.
Yeah, her husband is a Vata. He's very creative type. The head chef in our restaurant. He can do a lot of things. Have a lot of people yelling at him. He's always very focused and grounded, and still can be creative. For people like me, if I was getting all this creative direction, I would stress out. But for him, he thrives. He tends to thrive in it, and he can work really hard and make all kinds of different things under pressure, and all kinds of cool different menu every single week this guy makes. It's crazy.
Very, very creative. Very, very creative.
Very creative.
And passionate with what they do.
Very passionate, yeah.
All right. So let's move on to another dosha.
Okay, so this is the Pipta Dosha. This is actually what Mary and I both are. We both are Pitta. So the Pitta, the elements are going to be fire and water. Those two things need to be in balance for us because we tend to run very hot. We tend to need a lot of water. We need a lot of liquid. We tend to get really clammy or sweaty like really easily if we're imbalanced. We are also type A personalities typically. I'm not so much a type A personality, but I can see that when I am balanced. It does make me feel better, like to have my bed made in the morning and make sure it's made, or to make sure that I pick stuff up. It does release a lot of anxiety for me. So I do know that that's something I need to work on for this element, for this
body
dosha,
type.
because yeah, for me, when I feel organized, I definitely feel like my anxiety is a lot less. So I know that's something that I need to balance out in this body type, because when I do it, it does make me feel better. These people, we are compelled to accomplish things. We want to stay focused. We like to work a lot. Typically workaholics. We always need to stay busy and keep our minds busy. We need to eat our meals, or we get very like hangry, I guess is the word to say.
Oh
Like,
my God, yes.
yes.
We're probably the best multitaskers because we're doing 5 things at once and doing them well because we're highly organized.
Yes, yes. So that's how we know that we are more in balance, is we're able to stay organized and do a lot of things at the same time. For me, I procrastinate a lot because I need to stay busy. And if I'm just working on one thing, I typically don't get it done as well as if I'm doing a lot of different things at the same time. Um, we don't do well in hot, humid climates. We like to keep cool. We don't like to be sweating or clammy or hot because we get really hot very easily. We uh, it also says sassy, and then it also says, and then yeah, that's not you at all. And then it says that we create problems that don't really exist when we feel too balanced.
Does it
Like
say
we need to,
slutty?
I know, like we need to make sure that there's always something happening, which I
Yes.
think is fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So it says if we're balanced out, we're going to be more productive. We're going to get it done. We have a very get it done type of personality. We have the capacity to work until we drop, which is really true with me. Um, Energized, enthusiastic, and then we're quick and sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing. But signs of imbalance is easily agitated under stress and irritable, because normally we thrive under stress and under like pressure. So if you're getting just really stressed out way too easily, it might be a sign of imbalance. Um, Being overly competitive is also a imbalance for us, for the Pitta people, because we don't like to be hot. And anger and competitiveness causes heat.
Mm-hmm.
It makes us rage and hot, and so that's a sign of imbalance, because normally our body type does not want to be that way. We want to always be centered and cooled down. So that's a sign of being imbalanced. Skin rashes. We'll have burning hot eyes if we're imbalanced. We need to make sure that we're drinking a lot of water and staying cool. Um, a lot of perspiration, or if we are forcing ourselves to overwork, that's also a sign of imbalance. We need to take a step back and realize that we're working too much, which is definitely something that I struggle with. I work a lot.
What about spicy food?
Yes, foods to reduce spicy foods, too hot. Red meat can cause us to be really hot, so we should stick to things like fish and chicken and stay away from red meat that's super hot and gives a lot of energy, because energy that from that animal is going to be in your body now.
Aggressive.
So
Yeah.
yeah, an aggressive red type of energy doesn't need to be in our bodies as much as fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, salads, lots of water,
Cucumbers.
cold cucumbers, peppermint teas, things that are mint
Cooling.
tea and light, dark leafy greens, and calming and relaxing physical exercise, stuff that doesn't make us super hot and sweaty and our heart racing, things like Pilates and yoga, again, just like the Vata, and gentle relationships. So the type of relationship that's not going to make you heated definitely would help. So you're not always constantly mad all the time, because that'll make us super imbalanced. And it says for us, the organs to make sure that we nourish are going to be the liver, the gallbladder, and your spleen, which is funny because you asked me about my gallbladder in the ITOVI scan. You It said that I needed to work on my gallbladder, and
Yeah.
then that was something that it was on this list of things, of organs that we need to be careful of.
Yeah.
That's just interesting.
Definitely.
That ITOVI scan was super on it. I told you it creeped me out. It made way too much stuff about me.
We're trying to get somebody live with us that we can actually do a scan with, that she can do a scan with, or we might just come over here to my studio and have us all live over here, because it's
Yeah, if
really
anybody wants to.
amazing to see. Or we're trying to get it at our studio. So if anybody wants to get a free ITOVI scan, please comment if you're local, and we can meet up at my studio, and you can have that.
Which is in Eagle Rock, if anybody
Eagle
wants
Rock,
to know where.
yeah. Yeah, that would be amazing. Okay,
That
sorry.
would be so much fun. Yeah,
Yes, it will
it's
be.
okay.
It will be. Okay, and then are we ready for Kapha?
Sure. Okay, so this is the last body type. This is going to be like an earth and water body type. This type of body type is very, very grounded. It's a larger body type, it does not necessarily mean that you're overweight, but you do gain weight easily. You have slower metabolism. It takes you a lot longer to lose the weight than most people. You might be feeling like frustrated, like you don't know why you can't lose the weight. It's probably is your body type, is the Kapha body type.
Mm-hmm.
These people, they gain weight easily and they hold on to it for longer, and it's harder to get it off.
They
They
tend to be
are
more
like,
stubborn too. More, don't you think they're a little more stubborn because they're holding
yeah,
back?
yes. And these types of people are typically the big, powerful athlete types of people, which is not a bad thing at all. So holding on to that weight and making it like big muscles and being a big, powerful athlete.
Like those trainers or
Weightlifters, I
sumo
was thinking
wrestlers.
like the big football players,
Yes.
typically that are powerful athlete when they're in shape. This characteristics, they're grounded, they're very stable, very calm energy. They're not skittish like the Vata. They don't have a lot of anxiety like the Vata. They're sensual. They have a sense of physicality, a steady appetite, but it's not overwhelming. Again, it's a larger body type, and it doesn't mean that they're eating poorly. It just means that their metabolism works a lot slower, and they have a steady appetite. So they're not going to miss meals. They're going to make sure that they have like a very grounding energy during their meals. They can miss a meal. They have a slower metabolism, and they are slower moving. So they're often trying to like lighten up, maybe like emotionally or physically, like even in their mind, like always the type that are making jokes and trying to not be so serious and grounded all the time. These signs of people, and when they're imbalanced, says that they're reliable, they're dependable, they're calm. They're just that calming force of energy that's around you all the time, that you just feel safe around them. They are even tempered, and they're typically the peacekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're around a Kapha person, they're typically gonna try to calm you down and relax you, and try to like stop fights and be the peacekeeper in the group. They are very loving and very affectionate types of people. The imbalance signs. So if these people have a lot of anxiety, if they're being very skittish, if their mind is working fast, if they are talking really, really fast and not thinking, if they do end up getting overweight instead of being in shape in this larger body part, that body type, then they can just feel unhealthy and unbalanced. They let themselves gain too much weight. They're not walking. They're not doing things. They are sleeping too much. They're depressed. They're
Yes.
lethargic. Instead of trying to be up and motivating themselves to do better, they're just falling into what they want to do, just falling into the easy depression, the easy laying around, the easy not exercise, because they are a little slower and a little bit more sluggish than the other two body types. It's very important for them not to fall into that state of mind, because it's very easy for them to fall into that state of mind.
And also
They
because maybe they are caretaking too much. They tend to caretake others and forget about themselves.
Exactly. So then they stop having an enthusiasm for life, because they're holding on to everybody else's energy, because they're always putting it into themselves with negative thoughts. Um, they might be depressed. They might feel super congested, and just always like low to the ground with energy. They hold on to a lot of energy of other people's, from always being like the peacekeeper and being so loving and affectionate to everybody else and making sure everybody else is okay.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely need to reduce high fat foods, heavy fat proteins. They need to reduce the grains, red meat, starchy vegetables, anything that's super hot and warming. They need to try and not have that much stuff. And they need to try to do drying and heating foods. It says they need pungent spices, lighter grains, light proteins, fresh vegetables, things that are going to get them moving and not more sluggish. They benefit from beans, quinoa, spinach, adding a little bit of greens to their meals, salt, salads, pepper, ginger, um,
Spices.
turmeric. Um, these people need to make sure that they have body love affirmations for themselves, so that they are very positive
Yeah.
self image. Mm-hmm. positive self-image affirmations, cardiovascular exercise. These are the people that are going to benefit from the weightlifting or the boot camps and the hiking and stuff
Yes.
like that,
Yeah.
that are going to pump them up and make them super excited and make their heart beat. And it says on the end, just to make sure that the Kapha women love the body that you have. You don't need to try to be the Vata. You don't need to be the tall, thin, airy. You just love the body that you have and just understand how to nourish it and take care of it.
Yeah.
And that's what it says on the bottom of this, which is awesome. So, and it says for your organs to nourish is the lungs, your stomach, and your lymphatic system. You need to keep your lymphatic system healthy and regular.
Okay. Sounds good. So then the question is, the next one is, how do I know which body type I am?
So earlier I was saying how everybody has a little bit of each body type. Just normally, we all have a little bit of each type in us. You can do, if you would like to do a body quiz with me, you can do it on our very first meeting for health coaching, which is totally free. If you're interested in doing the body type consultation, we can do that with the health history form. Also, it's a mixture of physical characteristics, mental characteristics, things that may bog you down easily, things that may make you happy. It's a combination of all of these types of things, which is pretty cool. And just seeing and tallying them up and seeing which one you most are like. So I'm just going to do one question really fast as a practice.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
No.
The time. So let's say mental activity. So if you are quick-minded and restless, you're the Vata. You would circle that one. If you are sharp intellect and aggressive, you're the Pitta. If you are calm, steady, and stable, mental activity, then you would circle that one. So you just kind of go down the list and check off how your sleep is, your thoughts, your concentration, your speech, your voice. Even something like, is your voice high pitched, is it medium pitched, or is it low pitched, can determine the outcome of your quiz, which is pretty cool. So it's just going to be like a mix of a lot of different things and seeing which category you are most like, in learning how to balance it.
And we're going to go to the quiz page in a second, and body types in a second as well. We're going to talk about peace and calming, and this is mostly for the Vata and the Pitta.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is get some of the oil, put it on the put a little drop on your palms, rub your palms. We're going to do a tent, like a little tent. So you're going to bring your palms together, open up in the front like this, and then take a deep breath. And then exhale. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. And then exhale. And then you're going to take a little bit of that peace and calm. You're going to put some in your thymus. And your thymus is 2 inches below your clavicle. And we're just going to tap it out. Just like that, about 25 times. Taking a deep breath. And exhale. Then if you're really still, if that's not working for you, if this isn't calming you down or rerouting to the earth, then you're going to grab some in your palm and put some on the bottom of your feet, and then just lay down for a second and relax. And that definitely will help you. So let me read what's inside Peace and Calming 2 and what it's good for. Okay. There's Peace and Calming 1, but this is Peace and Calming 2. Peace and Calming 2 is relaxing and a pleasant aroma that may contribute to calming the mind and giving a sense of overall well-being. The ingredients in Peace and Calming 2: tangerine, orange, lang lang, patchouli, northern light black spruce, German chamomile, Maracara, I don't know what that is, Vivid Veer, and bergamot. Oh, Murukara is German chamomile, and Deviana. So it says you can diffuse up to 3 hours, 1 to 3 hours, putting it topically. It also is a sun sensitivity, so you don't want to put it on your body or exposed to your face without sunscreen because it could cause an irritation. So that's what it is. On the second page or third page, we will talk about how you can order through Anna. But did you want to do the tapping now or after the body type page?
We can do it now. That way, at the end, if people want to pause it and just go over the body types at the end, they can do that.
Okay, let's do that then.
They don't have to pause it and then keep playing. Okay, so tapping, this is just going to be a really quick overview. Next week, we can do a longer one as the actual meditation. I just kind of want to show a little bit of what it is.
Okay.
So it's basically going to be affirmations because energy, right, goes around your whole body. It's not just mental when you have anxiety or when you have stress. It's your whole body. So this is just a little way to get a little energy flowing around your body. And positive affirmations, because when you're really stressed out, if you tell your mind something, it's going to believe it. So if you keep repeating a little mantra to yourself while you touch your body in a little different areas, there's 9 points that are the main. You can convince yourself basically in your mind to not feel this certain type of way. Like if you have anxiety about a meeting, or you have anxiety just in general, or you are scared to do anything or something. And it's just doing a little mantra, and I'm just going to show you the 9 points really fast and give you an example of a mantra.
Good.
So the first one is going to be your hand on the side right here, your karate chop part. So you just tap there. The second one is going to be, and you can pick either side, is going to be your eyebrow where it meets the inside of your crease. So like the very front of your eyebrow. You're going to tap there. And then the side of your eye is the next point. You're going to follow your eyebrow bone to the side of your eye and do it right there. Follow that bone again and go under your eye. And then the next point is called your chin point, but basically it's the line between your lip and your chin. It's not on your chin. So you're going to do it right underneath your lip here. And then you're going to do your chest. So you can either do your whole hand on your chest, or where Mary was doing the thymus, you can do it on both sides with both hands on the side. And then the next spot is going to be underneath your armpit. So it's going to be about a hand width down right there. And then the last one is you're just going to bring the energy back to the top of your head. And do the top of your head. So what you're going to do is convince yourself of something and bring that energy full circle. So you're going to do, let's say, even though I have this anxiety, I accept and I love myself. So you're going to just do all the points in a circle. Even though I have this anxiety, I accept and I love myself. I know I'm really nervous about this meeting, but I'm going to do great. I accept myself. I love myself. I'm going to do so great. I trust myself to be amazing. I know that I'm nervous, but I'm calm and I'm ready. I'm so calm and I'm so ready for this. I don't have any more anxiety. My anxiety is going away. I feel great and excited about the meeting. I can't wait for the meeting because I know that I'm going to do great and it's going to make me be happy afterwards. But I know I did fantastic. You're just going to do it as many times until you feel yourself feeling calmer. And then you can just say, oh, this anxiety is gone. It's gone. It's gone. You can go back around and just tell yourself different affirmations and just make your mind believe that you really are over it.
I love tapping. I want to just interject one thing on that. Make sure when you do the arm side, it's the same as the side you were tapping. You don't want to go crisscross. You want to stay side right or left and stay on that side.
Right. So even if you go both sides of your thymus, you're going to want to go back to the side that you're on.
Yes. Yeah. Don't go to the side. And that gets a little tricky because you're using one hand for the top, but when you do the arm, you have to use the opposite hands. So sometimes people want to go there with the same hand. You just got to remember, stay on the same hand. And when you do the interview with her, when you come and do a consultation, she can show you those points and write it out. Do you have a little chart that you can give them on that?
Yeah, I have a couple of little charts on it.
Yeah. So these are real powerful techniques to change behavior. Real powerful. I mean, I love tapping. It's
Me too.
great. It's great.
Next week you can do a longer one and more focused one on something, but this one is just like an overview.
Yeah, no, this was perfect. This was perfect. Okay, so we're going to go to the second page then. And this is the exciting one. Okay, so we are going to look at, this is the Vata body type right here. So I'm going to try to go as slow as possible. And again, if you can interject anything in here. If you want to read any of these lines, you can. If you want to get this chart, please put your email in the comments, and she will send that to you, or sign up for her newsletter. That would be great. And then here is the Pita again. You can see exactly everything she said, but much more in detail. And it gives you the things that will benefit, food to increase and things that will benefit. Food to reduce is excess spices for the Pita and too much heat. Definitely red meat is not a good thing for Pita. So, and then the Kapha is earth and water. The things to reduce for Kapha is fatty foods, gluten foods, grains, red meats, and starchy. And beneficial is spinach, salad, cayenne, ginger. All of those are really good for that one. All right. And then we're going to go to the questionnaire real quick. Get rid of this and pull this one up. All right.
And sometimes you might be equal. Sometimes you might get the same amount of answers for a couple of them. So we can do more detailed ones to figure out exactly what you are. This is just going to be the basic.
Yeah, and that's your numbers. And again, to get this questionnaire, please put your email, subscribe to our channel, obviously, always put your email in there, and we'll get this to you. And or you can book in to for an appointment, right? So the best place to get you is at through your email or to call you. What's the best way for someone to get a hold of you?
It would be, I would say emailing me. It's anna@healthwithamore.com. Or you can go on my Instagram. It's health with Amore, like Amore, like my last name is Moreno. So it'll say Anna Moreno, and you can go ahead and just DM me on there if you want to, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or if you want to email me, I can also do it that way.
Okay. Perfect. Let's see, what else were we going to add there? And then
But definitely DM me if you guys want to get this form, or if you want me to help you figure it out. I can send it to you.
Yeah, that would be the best, I think.
Yeah.
And if you want to order the Peace and Calming, let me get rid of this. And you can, get with her, Anna at health@amore.com. Her member number, if you want to order directly from the website, it's code number 5327 and $28. And it is really smells amazing. It's woodsy, it's uplifting. Even though it's calming, it's uplifting to your spirit. It's really healing to the body. We want to thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for visiting with us, for commenting. We love to participate with you. Put your email in the comments if you want any information. Blessings, love, and peace, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye, Anna. Thanks.
Thank you.